Hello everybody watching in living rooms, kitchens, dining rooms, everywhere. I'm Rhiannon and I am a MoveU coach, and today we're going to be going through a spinal flow. We're going to start with some warm-ups and then we're going to get there, and for anybody who feels like the full spinal flow is a little too much, then we're going to have a modification. So I want everybody to get off your couch, out of the chair, whatever, and get your yoga mat or something that is sticky and solid that you can get onto, and everyone come up to your hands and knees. We are going to start in basically a nice flat tabletop position, and you're going to start by just sitting back in your heels. And as you're sitting back in your heels, you're going to reach your fingertips forward toward the end of your mat. And you're going to try to spread those scapular muscles, those upper back muscles, so that your shoulders aren't hunched in around your ears, but that they are kind of spreading like a cobra back, so to speak. You're going to take a moment here and breathe in and expand. Remember to breathe into your diaphragm, so you're expanding into the rib cage. And then exhale. Take one more breath here. Exhale. And then walk your right hand over to the edge of your mat. And you're looking to get some length in those, right, in these muscles, the serratus, the lats. You're just gonna reach that right hand to the edge of your mat and get a lengthening, feel a lengthening in those side muscles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, one more breath. Exhale. And then walk over to the other side. Left hand reaching to the side of your mat. And you're relaxing in those hips, so there's no tension here. And you're going to inhale again. Make sure you're feeling that expansion in the rib cage, and exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Bring it back to center. Stretching forward one more time, make it a little juicy. Inhale into the ribs and exhale. So now you're going to come to tabletop position again, and we're going to reach your right arm out to the side and then thread it through here so that your palm is up. And you're just gonna sit back, wherever's comfortable for you. I've got a pretty good range of motion, so I can sit back a lot. If you're up here and you're feeling a lot of a stretch, you're supposed to be feeling, not on this side, but on the other side. So basically, I'll do this. You're gonna be feeling it a lot right through here, but we're gonna start with our right arm threaded through. You're just going to relax a moment in there and breathe. And exhale one more time. And then come to center. Tabletop. Reach this left arm out and thread it through, sitting back so that you feel a nice stretch through the lats. And breathe. Inhale, one. Exhale. Man, it's so quiet in here. I can really touch base with all of my breathing. Inhale and exhale. Okay, coming back to your tabletop. We are going to work on spinal flow. So you're going to start keeping your shoulders out of your ears. You are going to have your core braced, tuck your toes, and you're going to lift your knees, kind of like as if you were doing a bear crawl hold. And then you're going to send your hips back as far as you're able to. Bring the hips up, press in through those toes and the ball of your foot, reaching with the tailbone to the ceiling as long and strong as you can. Okay, this is very good for strength, strengthening the spine, mobilizing everything. Your belly button is still pulled in toward your spine and your tailbone is reaching, and then you're going to float forward. Forward, 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 slowly. If you need to, walk your hands out a little more to get a better position so that your shoulders land right over your arms. So you're in a plank, and then you're going to drop your hips gradually, one vertebrae at a time. This is creating flexion in the spine, and then bring your chin and head up and look to the ceiling. Now I went through that very, very slowly. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. Next, we're going to reverse it. Tuck your chin and press in to the ground with your palms, tucking your core in, braced nicely. At the top, you're reaching with your tailbone, and then bend your knees, come down into that original position you started in. Do it again. Ready? Inhale, press up, reaching the tailbone to the sky, float forward, keeping your chin tucked tight to your chest so that the hips drop one vertebrae at a time, and unravel. That's what it feels like. You're just unraveling yourself. Reverse, chin tucked, press away from the ground, shoot the hips back and up, bend the knees, float back. Now, if that is very, very difficult for you, if maybe you've got some pinching in your shoulders, or for some reason you're not able to do that, there's a modification you can do. It's just like this. It takes some of the more intense parts out of the equation. You're going to start back here where you began. You're going to then curve your spine, tucking your pelvis, keeping your chin tucked into the chest. Float the hips forward and lower them to the ground, and then uncurl the chin. Look up into the sky, get those shoulders out of the ears. Reverse it, tuck chin to chest, tuck the core. Make sure your pelvis is tucked posterior here and your core is tucked. Floating back, resting here for a minute. And you can take as much of a breather in between these as you need to. You go a little faster. It's going to raise your body temp and intensify the exercise a little. You can do this at whatever speed is comfortable for you. And remember to breathe. People tend to forget to breathe when they're doing this. It's a little hard for me to model it while I'm talking to you, but I'll do this next round and you can maybe hear. Exhale with your head up. So when you think open the chest, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And that is the modification. Going back to the regular one. Tuck the chin, brace the core, press into the ground. Float your hips back and up and reach that tailbone to the ceiling before dropping the knees to the ground. And then when you're done, you can go through that as many times as you like. It's entirely up to you. But when you're done, you're just going to rest here for a moment. Take a breather. And you should feel great for that. That's a really good feeling. Gets all the mobility in the spine nice and juicy.